Hello, everybody. My name is Jose Avila, and I'm with All Pro Association of Latino Landscape Professionals. And today we're going to go ahead and show you how to plant a seed pod from a Sago Palm. We're going to show you how to go through the process of how to plant it. Um, we're going to talk a little bit about how to maintain it and what to expect throughout the years with this seed pod I have holding here on my hand. Okay, so we got this sago pod right here from a mother sago palm. It was rooted in a very confined location, and we managed to take it out. So we'll go through the process. Okay, so in this situation, we're gonna go ahead and use a 5-gallon container, which is ideal size for this size seed pot right here. I'll just go ahead and insert this inside it. This one doesn't have any soil, as you can see. We picked one of these used empty 5-gallon container from our local nursery, and we just go ahead and insert this in here and see how we're doing with our size. And this will approximately be in here about I would say about 2 or 3 years, give and take. Being that they are very slow growers. Sago palms generally grow about an inch a year, so you shouldn't be expecting any growth anyways coming out about during that course of time. Saying about 1, 2, 3 years, maybe 4 years or so. So really what you need to do is with something like this is just be patient and kind of have an idea that you're not going to get any growth or see anything at all for the first 3 years. Okay, so what we're going to go ahead and do is we're just going to go ahead and insert this seed pod in here and see where we're at with our 5-gallon container size. And as you can see here, it fits in there really well. We don't need another bigger size container just because we shouldn't be expecting anything, any new growth for about 1, 2, or 3 years. So what you need to do is have an idea of being patient and don't expect anything, any new growth throughout the period of time. Really what we want to do is we want this plant or this seed pod to get established into the soil when we plant it in here and to let it root in. So that's our main concern at this point. We really don't want any new growth or anything like that for the moment. Okay, so we'll go ahead and set our seed pot on the side. Okay, as you can see right here, we have our empty 5-gallon container. Okay, we got this from our local nursery. We have our potting soil. So what we'll do is we'll put some of our soil in there. So what we're doing right here is we're filling it in generally about 3/4 of the way. Okay. What I'm doing here right now is just packing it lightly. You really don't want to pack it in. We'll put in some more of our soil. And you could pick your soil from your local nursery. You could pick an organic soil. You could pick any soil that is potting soil that will suit the purpose. And why you want to get potting soil is so that you could get a nice, good drainage, so that there will be a lot of moisture for the plant. Okay, so we'll give it a nice firm pack in there. Okay, now what we're gonna go ahead and do at this point, we're gonna go ahead and insert our seed pod of sago palm here. Okay, and what we want to do with this is go about 3/4 of the way. So I'm gonna go ahead and remove a little bit of the soil to the side. Okay. So we made it like a little well right there. Now, as you can see, this seed pod right here, doesn't have much roots. In fact, it really has no roots at all. I mean, you could see some of the hairs root right here. So, in some cases, what you may want to do and it's get some root tone. Now, root tone promotes roots, and it comes in two forms. It comes in a powder form, and it comes in a liquid form. It may also come in a granulated form, but I haven't seen it yet. So, just telling you what I know. Now we've got our soil here. We got our potting soil. We got our seed pot. We got our container, and we spread out some of this soil here because it was too high. So we've set our seed pot into the soil. We're gonna go ahead and start compacting it around the seed pot, and in my case, I like it just to be right in the center. Okay, I really like it to be right in the center, just because it, makes it look nice and neat, and it makes it have a, aesthetic, clean look to it. Okay, so we got a seed pot in there, soil. Okay, and we've come about almost 3/4 of the way of the pot. We're gonna go ahead and add some more soil. Okay, now in my case, I like to not get it in the center, although we're gonna go ahead and water it. So even if you do get it in the center, it's okay, because you're gonna water it anyways, and you're gonna take that away from it. I like it where it's nice and firm on the sides. That way you won't have any air pockets. Okay, continue to add more soil here. Now, if you like, you could also go ahead and use some vitamin B1. Okay, but that is after you finish transplanting. Okay, vitamin B1, what it does, it prevents the shock. Okay, or you could add some Super Thrive. Okay, Super Thrive works great, and it really helps with the transplanting of the plant. Or you could go ahead and add some seaweed extract as fertilizer. Okay, because it's very, very mild on the NPK. Okay, you can see we've gotten some soil just around this top of this seed pot right here. You don't want to really go ahead and compact it too much. So this is a simple process to go through this. It doesn't take a lot. Okay, we'll add just a little more. You can see how the pot is nice and firm, and that's what I'm saying. You may want to go ahead and firm it up some, so that way it won't be way too loose. Okay, now we don't want to add any more soil, because what we've done here is we created this gap about 1 inch of top of the rim from the pot. Okay, that way when you water, you want the water to stay at the top and let it work its way down. Let it trickle its way down into the soil, into the root, or what's going to become a root of the seed pot. Okay, now what I'm doing is just cleaning it up a little bit so that you viewers go ahead and see what it's really gonna end up to be looking like. Okay, so now that we've transplanted our seed pot, our Sago Palm seed pot, and we got our soil in, we're gonna go ahead and water it now. I'm gonna go ahead and water it just to demonstrate you how to, water it the first time, and then you could go on and about and continue to water on a regular basis as as it begins to get established into the pot. So we got a container of water right here. You could utilize your hose or your watering can. In this case, we're just gonna go ahead and use this here. And it's okay if you get some water in the center of the plant itself. But as you can see, I'm not going too fast. And I'm going right around the seed pod itself also. So I'm trying to let it fill into the rim. So we've put our water to a rim. Now you can see here it's starting to go down, starting to leach its way inside the soil, into the pot, down into the root. Or in this case, it doesn't have root, but down inside the bottom of the soil. Okay, so we're gonna go ahead and add a little more. Now you could use a solution, like I said in the beginning, of seaweed extract or a vitamin B1 and mix it in with your water. That would be a great idea for watering it the first time. And you could also use that a second time also, that same solution. You really wouldn't need to do a third time on that. Okay, we put water. Now, what I'm gonna do here now is lift up this pot, and you're gonna see the water running out of the hose at the bottom. Okay, now you see water running out of the hose at the bottom of the pot. That means that it has sufficient amount of water. That means that you really don't have to water it anymore till the next time. So your next watering time on this would probably be about 3 days from this point, just because it's we're at a time where it's cool now, and it's not very hot, so the soil won't get dry too fast. Now in the summertime, you may want to check on a regular basis, and probably about 2 or 3 days after the time you transplant it. And what you can do is you could really use the finger touch. Okay, you could scrape some of the soil. Okay, so use your finger, scrape some of the soil, and see what the moisture level is like. If the soil seems a little dark, not light of color, and it seems to be a little wet on the touch, that means it does have sufficient amount of water. But don't just go ahead and scrape it on the top, the first inch. No, the first inch may be the dry side of the soil, but then again, your bottom of the soil may be either moist, dry, or wet. So you really want to get in there. Or you could grab any sort of object. You could probably grab like a pencil or some wooden thin stick, and kind of work it in there and see where your moisture level is, because you don't want it to go dry when they're young like this, and it's a seed pod and it's still in the growing and the rooting process. You really don't want it to grow dry. And then again, you don't want to put it on full sun, just because the sun makes it dry out too fast, and you don't want to find yourself out there watering on a day-to-day basis. Okay, and this is a process of transplanting a Sago Palm seed pod. Hope you guys like this, and hopefully you guys learned something from it. Please give us some feedback on this. We really like to go ahead and do more of these things, and we really like viewers' feedback on it to see if we're on the right track with helping everybody on how to do these things. Okay, thank you so much.